It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst I've ever seen.
Could have been better, will be on my headstone. I am here in Spokane, Washington with my friend Grant at Nick's Handmade Boots. I've been wearing my Builder Pros that they custom made for me a year ago, and I wear them around the farm every single day. I walk about 6 miles a day in them. I absolutely love them. But I live in Nashville, and a lot of places in Nashville really don't appreciate it when I come dressed like this. So I also have these little walking shoes, which are shockingly comfortable, but they are mass-produced. I have a lot of pairs of them, and they're starting to fall apart.
Yep.
And I would like to replicate the quality of these in this. I'm here for 12 hours, though.
12 hours, okay. So you want to try to replicate this in 12 hours?
Yeah.
For context, like making a pair of shoes here, with all the experience we have, most shoes take about a week to make.
When a professional's doing
When
it?
a professional's doing it. What's gonna have to happen is we're gonna have to tear this apart.
Okay.
We're gonna show everybody what's inside of them.
Yep.
We don't own this pattern. We don't have anything similar to this, so we're gonna recreate a pattern from this existing shoe. So you're gonna create a pattern, you're gonna cut the leather, you're gonna sew the leather, you're gonna then last this, you're gonna pull the leather around the mold, you're gonna put a leather insole, you're gonna put a leather shank cover, a leather outsole, a leather heel stack. You're gonna sand that to look nice and pretty like this. You're gonna buff it, and you are going to have a walking shoe booty built to the quality of your Nick's Builder Pros. 12 hours is extremely ambitious, but I think
We're
we can.
good at biting off more than we can chew.
I think we
here.
can pull it off. So, so here's a couple rules. You're super handy. We all know that. You built a tiny home in 7 days, was it? Or was it 7 hours? I can't remember. So we're gonna let you do everything.
Okay.
We want you to do everything. We're gonna allow you to ask for help about 10 times.
Okay.
And that is when you're stuck and you're like, can you just show me how to do it? We'll give you 10 of those.
I'll take it.
No more than 10. And at the end of this, you are going to a homesteading conference.
Speaking on stage, and the goal is to have a shoe to wear on stage, because you're tearing apart my dress shoes
That's right.
now.
So you don't have anything to wear except your Builder Pros. But so yeah, the goal is to get you in these new prototype shoe booties to your Nick's quality within 12 hours. I might just throw a 4E on you, and if you're like, yeah, I like how snug this feels.
You have a 4E and stuff.
We might. Yeah, here's one right here.
Wow.
So there's 2 4Ds and 1 4E.
Oh yeah, that is a little snug baby.
Tighter.
My boots don't fit in my suitcase ever, so I've gotten really good at like lacing them up under extreme pressure in the airport.
I've had mine go through the x-ray machine and I'll like be staring at the monitor because you can see all the nails. Yeah. And one time I was like, do you think I could take a picture of my boots going through? And the guy was just like, yeah, we're gonna need,
Oh no.
They didn't like it.
This one does definitely like pinch a little bit more here.
Yeah.
This looks like a lovely instrument of death. Listen, I still have all my fingers and all my toes. Should have gotten a tetanus shot before I came. For sure. Ha!
All right. So you've got a very, very cheap, thin piece of leather glued to some sort glued to some sort of very cheap foam material.
Was this a recycled memory foam mattress?
It could be. I don't know. We'll have to ask what they do in Mexico there. And then you've got another little cushion that is some sort of more dense foam material. And then you have a recycled cardboard. And then they did, to their credit, the stitching was a functional stitch.
I very regularly do my farm chores in my actual house slippers and or Crocs. But much like the plastic handled tools, we can't have that. We have to have something that that fits the aesthetic far more. So now I have to take these and I'm gonna make a pattern, and we're gonna stitch these together instead of gluing them. So we need more leather here. We'll call this part the mustache in lieu of the actual word. I called it the mustache. I think that we're actually calling it what it actually is, which is the
heel counter.
Satisfying. Ta-da! Did you say this knife was custom made by
The original Nick.
the original Nick?
Yeah.
in 1960.
Well, he started the business in '64. The guy that brought it to me worked with him back in the '80s. We got our pieces.
So we'll make a lining. We'll make 2 linings and 2 leathers.
2 vamps.
I don't need a measure. We have an micrometer. And I'm using the straight edge here because I'm going to use every little thing we can use to our advantage here. This is like Christmas cookie to the max.
You're gonna glue here,
Okay.
glue here.
Well, and
Here.
just to give us a picture of where we're going here, we just
Yep.
skived this, so this is like just gonna be a little bit more moldable, and then this is the part that's gonna go over my foot. Well, like
Yep.
this is this part right here.
Yep.
And we're gluing the liner, which is whatever that gross plastic stuff that I pulled from the
That's
inside
right.
of the shoe off.
Right.
How much do I want to use? A lot? Oh, this smells delightful.
That's about right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's the idea right there. Boom, boom. Now you're committed.
Great. It's amazing that this actually does something, that I'm into it. This is the part of the build that I really can excel at. We did double-sided tape these on, which will help me to hold them together,
That's
but an
right.
actual professional would
Uses
just
their
use
thumbs and
their
their index
thumbs.
fingers. That's right.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with my backstitch. Ah! I literally just breathed out and that happened.
Just make sure it doesn't fall off. That should be good.
Yeah, we'll come over here. Oh gosh. It's not my best work.
It's not bad. I mean, the top line, you know, we fell off a little. But this isn't bad at all.
I have called in my second lifeline. I'm gonna blame the machine. I know it's a poor craftsman who blames their tools. But anyway, can you please help me sew the backstays on there? What are they called? My gosh.
Well, we're gonna sew the heel.
Oh,
the
you're
quarter-
sewing it all now?
We're gonna do the backstays last, or the heel counters.
Does this
last.
count as two
This counts as two.
lifelines?
This is two
Okay.
lifelines.
How many do you have left after this?
7 left.
First, I'll be attaching the vamps to the little rear. What are we calling this?
Quarter, technically.
I'll be attaching that to the vamp and then the counter pocket.
And then it's going to look like a horse.
No, knee bar.
Broken.
What? No, it's not.
Disengaged.
Oh, this is so hard without the.
Thank you. Thank you. So much vindication right now.
This back to sew on my machine.
You can. Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
do it on my machine.
Let's do it.
Ah, thank you. These boots are going to last for the rest of my life.
That's right.
I'm going to send them back to you guys to have them rebuilt
Or just be like-
immediately after finish.
Just be like, whose are these? Good.
All right, so this is the last 4D. It goes into this horse face that we've created. And then we're gonna have someone who's much stronger than me fold it over. Ooh, expert. Over the edge. Now it looks like a shoe. This is a clicker die?
A clicker press.
A clicker
yeah,
press.
and these would be
Oh,
clicker,
and then these are the dies.
clicker dies, right?
Whoa!
And then you'll just line up the bottom edge,
Okay.
and then you'll, with 2 thumbs, go ahead
Whoa!
and see if it cut perfectly.
It's a very cool cookie cutter.
So you're gonna wanna, I just
I
kind
hear
of feather it here,
you. Yep.
and then I come like this. You'll go on and on with those 2. It's probably fine. We're gonna soak them.
Okay.
So you'll take
Why is
that.
it so big?
They're all big.
Does this go on here?
Give it a little bend in the middle
Okay.
so it kind of.
Oh, like that, or? I guess we'll find out.
You'll find out right away.
Oh, okay. Did it go all the way in?
Got it.
Oh, okay.
It's harder with the small sizes.
I'll suffer through it.
There it is.
Ooh, that's so fun. I'm obviously already a cobbler. You know what would be easier is if I started at the toe like you told me. Turning those corners is hard, man.
What?
It's, yeah, there you go.
It's not hot. Should be warm.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna stuff that up in there. As far up as it'll go. And you're gonna kind of grab it from the bottom.
Okay.
You're gonna just flatten that with this hammer.
Okay.
So you'll hold it with one hand and yep.
Like all around? So cool.
We're gonna ask somebody to pull this on the last.
Oh, whoa. That puller is so cool.
See how it opened
Yeah.
at the top? So we're gonna lose a little height because they're gonna pull this under. But I
Which
think
is good, because if it's too tall here, it'll actually, the way your ankle folds when you walk, it'll
Yeah.
pinch right here.
I think the geometry we got real close.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
if that
awesome, man. The lasting process is basically pulling everything tight around the last.
Yeah.
Do these nails come out?
No, so you'll see an overlap as you move through. So on this half, it's going to be glue and nails.
Yep.
And on this half, it'll be glue and thread.
So these are your lasting pliers, or is there a special name for them?
These ones, I think they're just called left-handed or shank pliers. So
Are you left-handed?
No, I'm right-handed.
Oh,
So you got to use a little bit of both here.
okay.
These ones I use for the heel and
Yep.
then in the shank. So you're leveraging against. And what's cool about these is once it has a grip, a bite, it will just hold on to it. You don't have to hold over here. This one is more, up here.
Yeah.
The glue,
Ah, okay.
It's your leverage point.
Yep.
And then as you're working all this material out, you got to give little pleats and twists so there's less material going forward.
And this is all glued, so anything that we hammer on right now kind of just gets stuck.
So you're grabbing, you're twisting, and then I'm not pulling, I'm giving it slight pressure, and my hammer is just knocking all of the slack out. And then you just come in with a nail, you secure your cleat, and then you move on to the next.
We grab this one, and oh, that is so cool. I mean, wow, it just happens naturally that it literally just holds on, and we just give light pressure,
Around, just a little bit of light pressure.
and then we just kind of,
Pressure, you see how it's moving down?
yeah.
You just want to kind of make sure that there's no extra material in this area.
Yeah.
What's cool about these nails, or these tacks,
Oh, because they're
very
so,
sharp.
yeah,
Stick
because they're so thin, yeah? And then I want to just drive this all the way home.
all the way through.
So right here,
Yeah.
our little mismatch of our lines, this is due to my crooked sewing
Oh,
job,
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
that's how we fix it, is we like cheated it a little bit up this
Yeah.
way and cheated, and so we could cheat
Yep.
it over.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, who will ever know except everyone who watches this video?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. And then what's this process called?
Just putting it on the jack.
Oh, I mean, sorry, this
Oh,
process
this process
is about we're
it's
doing.
called shanking.
Shanking. All right, we're gonna shank this.
And we're just gonna pull all these tacks that we just put in.
All right. And where do we throw them on the
Just
floor?
throw them on the ground.
Yes, we just make a huge mess, no
Yep.
problem.
End of the day, that's the end of the day's problem.
We're not worried about undoing the work we've just done because this has now sat long enough
Exactly.
that the glue has dried.
When we're making these cuts, we really want to make it so that there's a high point and a low point. Here we want to go right halfway between those. So it's gonna be right about there.
Okay.
And on this side, we're just gonna come down 3/4 to an inch, 3/4 an inch to about 1 inch from there, holding it sort of flat but at a slight angle, making sure this blade is making full contact with it, and then you just push right through like that.
Whoa.
Just push right through.
And am I pushing through the yellow leather too?
No, just the vamp. Just grab this and just pull this all out and flare it all.
Okay. And how far am I flaring? All the way to the edge?
You just want to pull it to the edge, but not off the edge.
Okay. Flare it out to the edge there.
We're just gonna put a thin layer of glue through this entire middle area.
Okay. Oh, you don't have the same swiper as the others.
No, I cut mine out because it was getting in the way of my brush, and down that middle too. Perfect. Take our squeak pad.
Okay.
I'll put that right in the forefoot.
And this is gonna stop it from squeaking obnoxiously.
Exactly. These are our shanks here.
Yep.
They're sort of thick in the middle and thin at the edges.
Okay.
And you want to put this in there, and you see there's like sort of a deep part of the arc,
Yep.
right? You want that thickest part to sit in the deepest part of the arc.
Okay.
You want the end of it to sort of end right between where we made those cuts.
That makes sense.
And then also, obviously we don't want to hang it all the way out here. So we want to trim off the excess. This is real thick, hardy leather, so now the shank sits in there nice and pretty. You can hammer that down. Right on the end, yeah.
Right on the end. All right.
There you go. Put one nail right about there.
Perfect.
And on the very end, we do a tack, so that way it bends over and nice and neat. Perfect. You want to hold it down and
Yeah.
then make a mark right where that edge is.
Okay. Like a line.
Yep. And then same on the other side. Perfect. And then we want to glue this front area and then one line down the middle.
So we're gonna just go this whole area here.
Yep, right down
And
the
is it
middle.
a lot of glue or a little?
We might have gone a little too far in the back there,
Oh,
so that
no.
might peek out the front, but it'll be all right.
Well, maybe I'll let you finish.
All right.
Oh, because you don't. Oh, and that's the thing is you don't want to see the glue.
Exactly.
Okay.
We want to glue everything that you can see from area there, this front area, and then just one line down the middle. Yeah, that'll be good. It's good to be
Like that.
make sure the glue's covered now. Yep, just like that. You just want to press this midsole forward. You want to take that nail and you want to angle it inward so it will come.
Like this inward.
Yep, just like that.
Ah.
Now do a second row and sort of stagger it between
Okay.
between each one.
Okay.
And you come out a little bit more so you can get them closer to that first row that you just needed.
Like this.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
I like to lift this up just so I can see, so make sure I'm not going to
Sure.
hit one of those tacks on the bottom. And then we'll pull on it just to make sure it's clinched and it's not coming back up, so it is.
Okay. Take it to the limit. Have you made your own boots yet?
Oh yeah. Made 2 pairs and you pick the day I'm not wearing either of them, so hit it as hard as you can on each one of these and sort of clinch them over.
All right.
It'll just cut right where that blade is,
Okay.
so.
Ah, so you wanna.
You kind of got to pull the boot through with you. Yeah. Want to come nice and tight, and I basically get it to the point where that wheel is almost touching the boot.
Okay.
It's a little scary because if it does, it's going to scratch it. So, have our leather soles here,
Okay.
and we're just going to put a layer of glue on this and a layer of glue on that.
I love
Got them all
it.
lined up, you glue them all, and then
More still, you think?
it's pretty good.
Okay.
Now that we've got our leather sole glued up,
Yep.
and you feel it, it's
Oh,
tacky.
yeah, it's tacky.
It doesn't stick to your fingers, but it's not
Yeah.
dry. Because you have a nice small boot here, this is nice and easy. You have such a big thing, you just gotta slap it on there and make sure it covers it all. That's about
Okay.
it.
So we'll just stick it at the two.
And just sort of roll it back with your left hand there. Just like that. And then, because it's a leather sole, we don't want to damage it too much. I would hammer down the middle
Okay.
and then hammer around the outside.
Like how hard? Very hard?
Pretty hard.
Oh, okay.
Not as hard as possible, but pretty hard.
Woo!
Perfect.
Cool, man.
Now she's ready to go get stitched.
All right.
This is the easiest configuration to stitch through
Cool.
because it doesn't have the lugs either.
So this is like the most finicky machine.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily? Okay.
No. But it's Thursday. We're just going to use the table.
Okay.
It's going to run right up against the shoe last.
So I'm gonna push the shoe
Not
up
too hard.
against that, just gently.
Just want to, just steering mostly.
Okay.
So we're going to spray the shoe.
Okay.
We're going to spray the sole.
Okay.
That gives it, it's a little bit of a lubricant and also softens this leather. All right, there you go, lady.
Okay.
Good luck. There you go. You got it. Up. You lost a stitch.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Doing fine. Doing good. Doing real good. Okay, switch your hand up here
Okay.
so you can turn and
Oh,
you wanna come
and then
down
I
a
want to
little
come
bit,
down
okay?
a little
Give it a good stomp. There you go.
bit. Ah,
You're good. You're doing great. That's everybody does that.
dang it. You can fix it?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got to have a lifeline.
Okay, I'm gonna go to about here.
Okay.
In particular with these, the leather sole, you would think, you know, it's soft, it's not that big of a deal, but these are, no one wants to do these. Actually, the other guy, if I'm on vacation and leather soles come, he just leaves them on the rack.
Oh,
So they're probably the absolute hardest.
This is the easiest configuration to stitch through.
cool. The hardest.
This is how the pros do it.
All right, let's see it.
Kind of just a consistent
Okay.
pressure, and always keep in contact with the shoe
Okay.
last.
Okay.
Okay, the rest is a cakewalk.
Okay.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Go, 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 go. Doing great. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst I've ever seen.
Could have been better. Will be on my headstone.
It's exceptional for the first time.
Thank you.
Really good.
Make a little grid for the glue to grab.
Make sure you get it all on there and try not to pass the line you've made.
You got it.
She'll set just right up here. And then, yeah, we're gonna glue the back side of this, glue this. That'll set for a little bit, slap that on.
Perfect. Everything has a
That's
process.
straight, yeah. All right, so you get her centered on there.
Use this guy to put it there.
You could shift her up a little bit more. You want me to just push
Yeah,
her
go
up there?
for it.
Let's just get her up there. And I'll hold her in place, use the
Okay.
pin, give that an outline. Down far enough to where you're gonna have room to get that top row at least. Yeah, you can.
Okay, so our first one goes in the middle here.
And please watch those fingers.
I'll do my best.
You're a lefty too.
Oh, I'm good at doing things poorly with both hands. Just like that.
That's perfect, yeah.
Okay, and then I
Crank her down.
crank her back down. This is a fun little ride.
Yeah, that one you might want to start again too.
Absolutely not. I'm too stubborn.
She's going.
Nah.
If you can get about over halfway without it doing that, that's where you can correct it a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that did it.
Okay.
Really just go out, let your anger out,
Got it.
wail on it. Just get it down good.
The last is coming out now.
Yep.
So
You
we're gonna
wanna
have a
just do
shoe
it?
in a second.
You're about to have just a shoe.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So we don't even
Oh,
need
we
this.
Don't need that. This is the moment that this becomes a shoe. Goodbye.
So you want to just maintain
90.
90.
Yep.
The tendency is to rock it,
Sure.
and then you get these weird angles. So
Okay, so I just go in and basically just like bang down everything that's like sticking up a little bit.
Yep.
Ooh. Whoa. Aside from like there's nothing really pointy in there. It's
Right,
just like
bumps.
yeah. Yeah, I think we're good now.
Sock liner. Generally, I'll have to look at the size, but that's pretty obviously a small.
Yes.
With these sock liners, you got to be careful not to
Yep.
get them stuck to each other.
Sure.
And so sometimes you have to play around with it by braille in there.
You said enough glue that it'll slip and slide a little bit, but not too much that it'll slip and slide too much.
Right. Putting it in upside down and then going to do the whole rotate on it.
Perfection. You want to give that a little checkaroo before I put it down?
Got a little kiss to it.
In a good way?
Right
Oh,
there.
yeah, there. In a not good way.
We're going to be working with our natural wheel. You said just beeswax only, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Put a little bit on here till it starts looking kind of white.
Okay.
And that's what it looks like with the wax on it.
Nice.
One hand on the heel, one at the toe.
Yep.
Just work our way around. And as we're working around, the hand placement will just kind of change from heel to the vamp.
That looks so dang cool. Oh, wow.
There we go.
Sweet, man.
We'll stamp a size in them.
Could we do it down here?
You could do it down there
Yeah,
too,
let's do it
yeah.
down there.
Okay. Let's take these over to a
Yes,
boot
sir.
jack real quick. So yeah, I would just hit wherever you want to put the size.
Okay. And just one solid whack, right?
One solid whack, doesn't have to be crazy hard. Perfect. So we have one shot at it. I think we can do it.
Yeah, I mean, why
Let
not?
me-
We want to put a center line on it, or I believe in you. Listen, you're.
we've got those two reference
Oh, okay,
points.
okay. Okay, so you want to come in more towards the back of the arbor? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oops, sorry, buddy.
You're good.
Is that what we want?
Nailed it.
At this point, if we really did it wrong, that would be unfortunate.
Oh, it's a little crooked.
It's okay. It's like everything else in this shoe. It's got a little character. We have to now match that angle. We have to do it exactly opposite. I believe in us. We've got it.
Okay,
We're
go.
clear of the threads.
Go,
You ready?
Go for it.
1,000. Oh my God, that is so crooked.
We didn't want to go low on the S.
The thing is, who would ever expect that it would be crooked?
That's
So you're not going to be looking for
No.
it to be crooked.
Is there somebody here that has like childish feet? Maybe like an elf or?
That would be right here.
Okay.
Bring those right this way,
Maybe somebody
sir.
from Nashville. All
All
right.
right, here we go.
Go. I'll let you do the reveal. Look at those. Who made those?
A little bit of the crooked stitching would lead me to believe that this is an Annabelle Trades
There you
original.
go.
So this is actually what we're most concerned about, right? Is that it will. First is that it won't go on,
Mm-hmm.
and second that this little angle won't be quite right, or that they'll be
Oh.
absolutely perfect.
That was a good. That was a good.
That's a good little shrunk right there.
The heel height is almost the exact same. This portion here, you know, we got a tiny bit higher. The opening, you know, and again, that's probably just flex. And you've got, you know, half the thickness of what we've got going here. Honest assessment here, when you brought this in, I was like, I don't know if we want to even entertain this.
You specifically told me this is not something that Nick's. This is not Nick's.
Actually, when I came in this morning and I said, let's see the first, I was like, okay, this could be a thing. So.
It could be a thing.
Well, it
So
could be a thing.
What
yeah.
do you think? Would Nick's be interested in making the Nash?
The Nash, that's a great name. I am interested. I'm not going to commit to it. The big question is, did you use all your lifelines?
I think I'm gonna.
So part of the goal was to
Yes,
was
you
to
did.
Put this thing together in 10 hours. You had 10 lifelines, or maybe we gave you 20. I can't remember. And then-
Technically, I had 10, but I feel like I used the full 20.
you may have. And then the third goal was like, could you wear these to the homesteading event?
And you will see me on stage on Saturday wearing the Nash.
All right, then it was a success. Yeah.
We both lived in China.
Yep.
I say cheers at the end of every one of my videos.
That's right. Okay.
So you ready? One,
ready.
2, 3.
干杯！谢谢你们。